Hello YouTube, welcome to some more World of Warships Legends. This is Talladega Night. So this was the beginning of my foray into real destroyer play. I'm not much of a destroyer player, I prefer cruisers myself. But I started playing the Clemson and enjoyed that and got up to the Farragut and I'm like, okay, I'll try it out. Well, my first game I got 4 kills and I was like, okay, that's really good. My second game I got like a kill and it was a normal game. And this is my third game and I hope you guys enjoy it. It was sure a lot of fun to play. So I start out and I enjoy aggressive playstyle. I think that's why I chose the American Destroyer line to go down, because you get the whole live fast, die young, get on to the next match kind of playstyle with them, even if you're not trying. So I noticed there's a lot of destroyers in this match, and just a quick tip for anybody starting this game, you always want to know your enemy as best you can. So you'll see me going into the map screen a lot just to look and see what ships are out there, what might I run into, because often in a destroyer you have your first fight, especially in these kind of mid to lower tier games, you have your first fight in the closest cap circle where all the destroyers just rush in and try and get there and be the first one to cap it, which may or may not be a good strategy. I'm not going to stand by it as a great strategy, but that's what I do in this game, mostly just because I'm liking my new ship and I want to see how it does. Now I see this French cruiser over here, and I don't want to pull the Danny DeVito start blasting as soon as possible, especially against a cruiser like that, but he's going away and I'm just content to sit here and cap and see what happens. I've got some good backup right now coming in behind me, taking on that cruiser. I see a destroyer over there, and at this point I'm kind of wondering what is my next move going to be once I cap this area, because it looks like I might just take it unopposed. Now, for those of you with a keen eye, you noticed it took me a second to realize that this enemy Farragut was sneaking right up on me, and that's why I always try and remind myself to look at my radar almost as much as I look at my screen, because especially in these destroyer games, fights come up quickly, and you have to be ready and be able to snap into action real quick. So we start fighting this Farragut, and it's not a fair fight, which is exactly what you want. You never want a fair fight. I've got my team backing me up, so I'm able to take him down, get the first blood, and we're off to a good game so far. So now again, I'm thinking, okay, what's next? Oh, look, we've got another thing. And again, this is me getting used to these new destroyer guns. That was a horrible miss, as you saw. And I start giving the business to this destroyer over here. And we're doing pretty good, and I figure, okay, he's just gonna run away and hide behind the rock. But to my astonishment, he turns around, almost like he wants to get destroyed with me, and I think he just was having a hard time with situational awareness, which we're all guilty of. Can't fault him too much for that. And this is where I kind of mess up. I thought he died. I thought he was dead right there, and so now I'm worried about that cruiser coming back and coming to me. Then I'm like, oh, he's still alive, and give him one more salvo, and he's gone for kill number 2. So I know this French cruiser's coming around the island here, and I'm not sure if he's going to pop into the open or not. I know I've still got some backup behind me, so I'm thinking he might not even try to go forward, but he just keeps coming and coming. And if I would have thought he was going to be this aggressive, I might have held back a little bit, but well, you'll see what happens when we get here. Obviously, a cruiser like this is afraid of just about everything except for a destroyer like me. So he comes around, and I'm still getting used to destroyers. So I'm like, okay, well maybe I should try and get the torpedo run on him, and maybe I'll just sit here and see if I can't sink him with torps. So I hide inside my smoke screen, and he's charging me, and I'm like, oh, that's really bold. That seems like a bad idea. Then I'm like, oh shoot, okay, hydro, which I knew he probably had a good chance that he was going to be using it. I was hoping that he would have popped it early when he was skirting the capture zone with me in it before. But he had it on. Lucky for me, my team's been working him pretty good, and I'm able to get the kill. Immediately use my repair because I know that there's nothing else shooting at me right now, so I'm probably good for a second. Although, thinking back, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Maybe I should have saved it until I knew he didn't have a torpedo headed straight for me, but that's neither here nor there. Destroyers usually detonate on one torpedo anyway. So now the game isn't looking good. We're down 2 ships, and the enemy team is looking really strong right now. One of our guys is completely cut off, surrounded by 3 destroyers, or at least 2 destroyers, and is having a really hard time over there. He's not going to live much longer. So I'm thinking, okay, we basically got like a 3-on-6 fight going here. So how can we push the rest of the map? Well, we need another cap, because otherwise the points are just gonna zero. The points are just gonna zero the game out soon anyway. So I want to make my way toward the cap. I see the enemy destroyer that I could chase down and kill, and then I see this guy making a push, and I was like, okay, well maybe I can set up right in front of him, launch my torpedoes back at him, and then while I'm running away, my torpedoes will be headed at him. So that's my plan. I'm also keeping an eye on this other ship to the south that I want to keep the island in between me. Then I realized something funny. This guy, he's not shooting past the island like I thought he was going to do. He ends up just sitting right here on the other side of this island and rams right into it. And so once I see that, I hit the brakes as hard as you can. You see me just, cranking down on my speed. And I'm like, all right, I've got the perfect opportunity, because he's running right into this island. He's going to be going like 0 by the time I get over there. And I know he'll have no chance to react if I can get a torpedo run on him. So I'm going straight at him. You'll see I hit my speed boost so that I can get maximum time to hit him once I get into the hard detection of just being so close that you're always detected. And so come around, like I said, he's going pretty much 0 knots, and all of my torpedoes are going to hit. Impossible to miss at that range. So now, thankfully my team has been cleaning up a few of the other ships, and with that battleship gone, it's a 3-on-3 fight. We've got a cruiser and a Queen Elizabeth left, as well as myself. But I know that all 3 of them are right in this area, so if it turns into a gunfight right here, it's going to be the OK Corral, and we're going to be in deep trouble. But I know that if I give time for my friends to get here, especially that cruiser, we might be able to line them up pretty quickly. And I'm just wanting to get the cap first, regroup, even though I've got my speed boost on, and I'm trying to keep my speed as full as possible, just so I can react to whatever comes out of the fog of war here. And you'll see we're just about to get the cap. I've got the Queen Elizabeth to the north of me. I've got my friendly cruiser coming up from the south. I'm detected, and there he is right there, straight north of me. So I start hitting him, and then I start getting shot from the back by the other 2 destroyers, and I get into trouble quick because they knock out my engine, they knock out everything. So I know I need to repair, because if my engine's gone, there's no way I can dodge any fire coming in, and my smoke screen's just about to come off cooldown. So as soon as it comes off, I pop it, run into this island here, and try and hide a bit. So there's the Kraken Unleashed, 5th kill, taking out that German destroyer. And if I'd have been a bit more familiar with my ship, if I'd have had some upgrades on this ship, I might have done better here. You see those shots missed. If I could have gotten some shots into there, I might have been able to take this guy out sooner, and may have been able to help out my allies more. So this, what I do here is pretty questionable. I just know that he's on low health, and there's another destroyer around. And this is again where I failed to look at my mini-map close enough, because this guy was visible for a few seconds. And I haven't actually visualized him yet, and I didn't realize he's on no health at all. Unfortunately, my friend decided to charge straight into a smoke screen and got killed. I mean, he's been helping me out the whole game, I can't complain too much. But it's just frustrating when it's like, okay, well, I'm on almost no health, you breathe on me and I'll die. But so is this other Farragut, so I'm thinking, alright, I just need to hit him once, and then my Queen Elizabeth will hopefully be able to take out the Acasta that's up, giving him so much trouble. So right now I'm just desperately trying to get as many shots in the air as I can to just try and hit this guy once, because I know one hit will do it. It's kind of hard with the high art, and I see him coming, I know these shells are coming, and that's it. So kill number 6. And my shells just missed there at the end. And we've got our one teammate left, and this is a situation where you just watch a train wreck in slow motion. So I'm screaming at my TV right now, like, don't chase him, don't chase him, don't chase him, because rushing a smoke screen with a battleship, you don't have hydro, you don't have any agility, especially in these British ships. You don't have any ability to avoid what he's doing, and he can detect you a lot earlier than you can detect him. So when you're in a situation like this, you just want to kite away, because it's really hard to hit somebody with torpedoes who's running away from you. And you can always Monday morning quarterback the heck out of these things, but if he would have run away and gone down south straight through our cap, and hopefully gotten the chance to detect the Acasta and got him with a secondary, or got him with just any hit, we could have won this game. But as you can see, I'm still screaming at the TV, and there it is, the death torpedoes, which all of them would have hit, because you just can't dodge torpedoes in a situation like that. It's okay, my team was really helpful, and we had a great game, and that was a ton of fun, especially for my third game at Farragut. Like I said, I'm not really a destroyer player, but you'll probably see me posting a few of these Farragut games, because I think I just found my calling as a Farragut captain. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is Talladega Night. I'll be signing off for now, but I will see you next time.